to start off this morning, thank each and every one of you for being here. This is truly, if Dr. King looking down on us right now, I think he's very, very pleased. Thank you so much for coming out to the Martin Luther King Prayer Breakfast in Southwest. We're going to get this program going.
I want to thank Dilda and all those here for inviting me to come and make a little presentation this morning. Later this week, I have a pretty important speech to give on behalf of the city. While I have certainly spent a considerable amount of time in preparation for that speech, I have to tell you that speaking here this morning left me with far more to ponder and more than a little trepidation. When I was a child, I was a very voracious reader. There was only one problem. The only thing that I would read had to have to do something with sports. Didn't matter what kind of sports, as long as it included sports. One of my teachers said to me that they would not accept any further book reports from me on that same subject matter. Thus, the first book that I ever read that did not involve sports was a biography of Dr. Martin Luther King. It left me with an undeniable feeling that in reflection certainly helped to shape who I am.
Martin Luther King lived by faith, not by sight. His faith is what moved him forward. It's what helped him move through fear. You know, people often forget that he was also fearful. He was a man. He was not paralyzed, though, with the thoughts of bad things that could befall him or the people who followed him. Instead, he was motivated through the greatness of what he was doing. He was motivated by those around him. He moved face forward. He moved unwavering. He moved with the knowledge that he was on the side of right. And he moved for the good of the people of that time and the people yet unborn. I ask you today to be leaders in your own community, in your own way, to show love the best way you can, to keep persevering, to ask yourself the tough question, what would I do if I were not afraid? What injustice would I try to right? What help would I give to others? Who would I love? And who would I reach or teach? I'm going to leave you with one last thought, and that is one of Martin Luther King Jr.'s. And I'm going to say it. Take the first step. You don't have to see the whole staircase. All you have to do is take the first step. Thank you, sir.
We'd like to thank sponsors Viejas Casino, SDG&E, CR&R, and the Service Employees Union, along with Dilda McFadden and the McFadden Group.